new chapter starting. Ian, he has time here on this earth, and now his ministry continues to his mom and for those who know him. And now we have baby Kiva following somewhat of a similar journey, but we don't know exactly where it's going to go, but we know God is in control. And like our singer said so beautifully, he raises us up to more than we can do. So with that, I'm going to ask Delicia if she can come forward. And she's going to tell you the story of a very special boy that I got to meet every once in a while in the lunchroom at Manor Middle School. Yeah. Surprise. And he was just a delight. Despite everything going on. What an amazing kid. Did you just say, can I turn you on? Okay. You are on.
Okay. Sorry about that.
No, just let that go where it is. Okay. I'm glad we're getting this on videotape. Evidence for the courtroom later. Okay. Delicia, it's all yours.
Okay, well, let me start off by saying I'm really, really nervous. Which I shouldn't be, because in December I talked to 500 people. Which I cried most of the way through. But my hope is to be able to talk in front of a lot of people and do it a lot. Because I'd like to share my journey about Ian and our family and try to help others understand EV and understand the journey that we went through. In December, when I talked in front of 500 people, I was given this award. And it was to celebrate Ian's life and honoring my inspiring journey. It was given to me by the Hummingbird program at Christian Medical Center, and that's a whole other story. It was really hard coming up with just one story. So thank you, Pastor Robert, and thank you everyone that's attending today. So I was asked to share my story, and my short story of my son. And that's pretty easy because I love sharing Ian. I love sharing every part of Ian. Everything about Ian. His laugh, his love, his mischievous eye rolls, everything. Even his condition. Keeping my faith, well, I'd be telling you a lie if I hadn't questioned God as to why I was chosen to mother such a wonderful, beautiful, and unique young man. I mean, I know I'm a woman, and I'm super, but really, I'm not Superwoman. Okay, all jokes aside, me to make all these decisions in life, he chose me. God, he trusted me. Ian not only changed my life, but the lives of many around the world. God showed me faith through Ian, and if I hadn't put some of my worries on God himself, I'm not sure where I'd be today. Ian was so easygoing, not scared, a hero and a fighter. So imagine a single mother at 19, having a child, being pregnant and having a child, and then taking them from you to clean them off. And when they do so, they wipe the skin from his legs. Yes, devastating. Couldn't hold him for 4 days. Then we were transferred to Philadelphia, where we stayed for 2 months. The diagnosis, epidermolysis bullosa, EB for short, and otherwise known as the butterfly children. Their skin is as delicate as a butterfly's wing. It is a genetic disorder. It's not contagious. It causes the skin to blister and slough off. It affects any part of your body, including your mouth, esophagus, lungs, eyes, and nails. It can be very mild to very, very severe. And yes, you guessed it. Ian was diagnosed with the most severe. He was bandaged from the neck down and had a lot of internal issues. and we treated him much like a burn patient. I do remember him crying and crying as an infant, and I just simply rocked him and rocked him in prayer, and, well, I cried a lot. A lot. Of course, at that time, how in the world would I even know what was ahead of us? I had no reality of what our future at hell would hold. But God had plans, and you know what? They were big ones. Ian didn't feed like normal babies. He was discharged with a feeding tube in his belly for all of his nutrition. This meant not only dressing changes that took a lot of work, patience, time, but feedings and medications through his G-tube. There were home care nurses, ER visits, doctors, nurses, nursing students. There were whispers, stares, rude questions. The public, they're not nice. To go out in public with your newborn baby, it wasn't even fun. And the truth is, honestly, sometimes I didn't hold my tongue. I mean, to me, my son was normal. Well, my normal, our normal. He was perfect to me. I mean, as a mom, you don't even notice the tubes, the bandages, the blood, the needles. They're no thing anymore. Ian was a little over a year when we met our first EB family. It was so exciting. It was at a medical conference. And it wasn't just one, it was a couple hundred. We were in California. We went there just for the conference. You learn the latest research, bandages, and you mingle with other families. Fun, and there's no whispers there. Because you all look the same. You have tons of ideas and stories to tell. I always kept up on everything new with Phoebe. Ian was a happy child. He laughed, he smiled, he even ran and played at one time. At age 2, Ian was introduced to the firehouse. Well, that's all she wrote with that. He always wanted to be there. He even helped me find my secret admirer there. My now husband for 14 years, and the father of all 4 of the children. Although I think Troy fell in love with Ian first, I think it all worked out. I do remember one story of a hospital admit before we were married that Troy was with. I didn't write this down, but Troy helped me hold Ian down as they put an IV in. And the IV got put in, he helped me, and the nurse kind of disappeared. Well, I looked up and she's helping Troy sit down. Because Troy was ghost white. We weren't married yet, and I said, look, this is how it's going to be, this is not going to work. Well, he's still here. It wasn't until about age 8 is when Ian began to get much worse. That's when he became wheelchair bound. And every 4 to 6 weeks, a blood transfusion. Every 6 months, we would go and have an esophageal dilation. He couldn't eat normal foods that he wanted. He wished he could so bad. He loved to cook, help me in the kitchen, watch the Food Network, and concoct his own recipes that I still cherish today. Some, though, I just smile at because, well, only he can master that. Ian loved art. He colored and he painted and he dreamed up beautiful things for friends, his room, myself. He loved birds and painting. He painted tons of birdhouses. Ian's greatest passion, well, still firefighting. That boy considered himself a firefighter, and that he was, a fighter of all things great. He knew what department had what, all the trucks. He knew his favorites, and he was honored with many, many awards through the years. A member of over 25 different departments, including Ohio, New Jersey, Germany, and Australia. He owns 31 helmets, hundreds and hundreds of patches, and memorabilia that covers half of our home. He makes me very proud. Ian did suffer so much pain. much pain. All this fire stuff, well, I think it was good for him, and it kept his mind very busy. Local companies were very generous to come by and see him or send him things. Ian also enjoyed a Make-A-Wish trip in 2008. To Colorado we went. He stated, "I want to ride a horse every day." And that's what he did. They made him his own saddle and everything. Sheepskin lined. We visited Disney 3 times. SeaWorld, Florida, California, the set of NBC's Chicago Fire, and many things in between. I was not going to let him live in a bubble. In early November 2012, we were hospitalized at Cincinnati Children's Hospital. They're the leading hospital on the East Coast. For those who live with EB. Ian had some unusual things going on, test after test. Finally, the day came with something, at least an answer. Not what I wanted, but an answer. Ian was diagnosed with cirrhosis of the liver. Not only that, it was stage 4.